pertaining to this. And a lot of people have been speculating and saying a lot of different things like, okay, just a lot of different energies. And what I want to do before we speculate or assume the worst, or say that there's this type of energy or this type of spirit behind this and that, I want to basically just have a clear head and ask the cards like what's going on, so that way we can kind of gauge what's really happening with this particular situation. The internet has a lot of hearsay, it's a lot of different stuff, but I'm not going to front. There is a lot of symbolism behind this shit. So I'm just like, this is deep. It's very heavy and it's very deep. But I want to kind of get into his space really quick because I want to see how he's feeling overall. All right. So as you can see, I do shuffle my cards. I just don't like turning my camera all the way down on the floor and everything. But y'all can see that I'm shuffling my cards. Okay. So that way people don't be making some sort of assumptions, but I've been doing this for quite some time. Yes, I'm live. Hi. So we're just going to see how he's feeling and what's going on around this energy and what's happening with that first. And then, wow, we're going to go ahead. It's kind of strange. Well, not really strange, but I keep feeling like he's kind of, I'm going to say it like this. I know that he should be probably more concerned in, thinking about what's happening with his, his career, with all of these other different things, but he's actually more so focused on his love life, because it's showing me woman holding a heart right here in the root. I think that he's more so nervous whether if this person is actually, well, right, Kylie, basically is this, if this person is going to leave him over this situation. So, Archangel Ariel talks about the creative energy behind this, with the music and everything. But he's nervous about how this is going to affect his relationship, like concerned that she's going to like walk away from him, or something like that. I don't know why. It just seems like maybe he's just more so, and it's not to say that he's not concerned about his business, because it is showing me the door to value with the cornucopia. I just kind of feel like he's just more so concerned about how this is going to affect his relationship, if these particular things continue to happen, given the fact that, again, like people are walking away from him, and how that's going to affect his relationship. He really wants to marry her. He wants to have a commitment with this person, basically. But I'm going to say this because it's still showing me the magician in the mirror. It's not going to stop his career, okay? It might create certain hindrances and different things like that, but that's just going to force him to make him want to work harder. And honestly, the attention and all of the controversy around the energy is just going to bring in more money or more, situations to where he's able to still, make money and do what he has to do. He is showing me the door to romance. Like he really does love her, basically, but he's just more so concerned about like, oh my God, with all this stuff that's happening, am I going to lose my family? Like, is all of this going to like really affect me? Because for some reason, I guess he's more so concerned about status and, how that affects. I'm assuming if you're dating like a Jenner or, a part of the Jenner Kardashian clan, basically it can be a bit daunting, I feel like, simply because it's like, I don't even think that you're allowed to fart around them. So, can you imagine just kind of like wanting to be like this perfect, person and keep, this dream person in your life? It's a lot. So that's the first one. What I'm going to do is I want to use this deck right here. This is like a new deck that one of my clients actually bought for me, which I love them so much for it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can't thank you enough. So I'm just going to find his card in here. So April 30th. And just ask and try to focus more on the situation at hand and how, again, it's affecting him. And from what I saw so far, he's just more so concerned about, am I going to lose this relationship or, this connection that I have with my current partner? And how is that going to affect how this person looks at me? I know that maybe sound insane, I guess, but that's just what I'm picking up on. So Here's his card. It's showing me the King of Pentacles. So that's what we're going to use. Okay. So I'm just going to shuffle up the deck, and we're just going to basically see what's going on around this Astro World tour, and basically look into what he's feeling, what's going on, how this is affecting him. And then we'll jump into more of a situation to where, and as I said before, I am a medium. So we're going to jump into those victims. I want to see how they feel too. I like basically basically in general, just going through, kind of combing through the energy a bit, just to feel what's going on and just to understand what's happening in this tour, what was going on with the energy. So let's see. Yeah, he feels very remorseful. So he does feel very remorseful. He is showing me the 9 of Swords in the situation. Very much in isolation, I guess. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like the world is kind of beating up on him at this moment. And I don't want, it's kind of like, you know what it feels like? Because I keep hearing, it's kind of like, you know, trying to, how the media constantly tries to make the black guy the bad guy. Does that make sense? That's what it feels like to me, especially with him in there. And it feels like it's a lot of attack that's going on. Again, the Tower card is in the past. It's like a sudden change. This is like a, you know, again, showing me like, kind of like at that concert with the pyramid lightning strike, you know, people falling or just kind of getting into situations that create injury and suffering. So that, you know, kind of shows what's going on with this particular energy. So keep in mind, we are in Scorpio season, okay? And I believe we just recently had a new moon in Scorpio as well. So if we just got out of Halloween and then we had a new moon in Scorpio and the sun is in Scorpio, that's a lot of Mars energy that's going on. And not only that, Scorpio rules transformation and death and different things like that. So when we're kind of moving out here, the energy can be very intense. It can get very intense, and it can get intense extremely quickly because Scorpio is a very fixed sign. And it's about internal pleasures. It's about all of those different things. But if we take it too far, it can lead to certain situations that we're currently talking about right now. Right here, I'm kind of looking at the situation to where he's showing me this again, Knight of Cups in the subconscious mind. He's concerned about his love life. Queen of Cups. So that's a couple. He's more so concerned about his family, taking care of his family and his love life and making sure that that's taken care of. I do still feel that what he wants to do, because I keep feeling like there's a pressure of obligation on him to where he's holding on to, again, like trying to hold on to certain financial possessions or hold on to specific things, or wanting to figure out how to make amends for this. But he's showing me the 7 of Swords, kind of feeling like a bit complacent with everything that's happening. Like, damn, I can't even finish what I need to do or finish what I was planning on doing because of this situation. I do feel he's, again, focused on family and money. Generosity card. I keep feeling like what he wants to do is try to turn around and come back and see if it's possible for him to do a more reformed or a more controlled experience with his music or with his tour in order to donate or in order to help those that are in need, because it's showing me the 6 of Pentacles here. So that's very good. I do feel like that's a very good move for him, and I feel like he will be commended for it. It's showing me like celebrations, showing me the 3 of Cups, like, you know, very much appreciative of trying to, I kind of feel like it's like take a break, hide for a little bit, but make the decision to get back to work, you know, or dedicate something to the victims that have gone through that particular circumstance. So that way people understand that they're appreciated and loved for, you know, for the support that they give you. I think, I don't know why I'm like, feel like I'm talking to him right now, but I'm just like, basically get it into a space to where you get back into writing and put in something that's a bit more meaningful and just kind of like, I don't know. I was watching the segment with Cuddy the other day, and I really admired the fact that Cuddy was able to like really get into himself and like really talk about like all the heavy shit that he goes through. And I think that maybe that's what Travis needs to do, is get into a space of like really like disassociating from specific things and allowing that this pain or this change that is happening around him, or even the people that he's affected, and allow that to transform him into a more, I guess you could say, a more mature but a more deeper character. I don't know why I'm saying that, but I'm just putting that out there. I guess it's just gonna help him to work harder. Now let's get into the concert. What I'm gonna do is I want to use this tower card because this tower card came up before. I'm just gonna focus this tower card and actually place this underneath him, underneath Travis, because I want to see what's going on around the energy with this particular situation. The question is, was there any, and everybody's been talking about this and asking, was there any type of demonic energy? Were there specific symbolisms that were going on? All that other stuff like that. So this is the part where it's going to get juicy and fun. Now, really quick, I got to throw my plug in because this is just for those that want to basically book me or anything like that. This is y'all personal thing. I'm just plugging it in. You can hit me up at Queen Prodigy 0369, or you can hit the book now button. There's plenty of different options. So Queen Prodigy 0369 on Instagram. You can also email me at queenprodigy369@gmail, or donate as well. Queen Prodigy 369 for Cashapp and all of the above and all that fun stuff. So I appreciate all of your support because a girl has been on and off doing this, but I'm kind of getting back into it. And this is what I love to do, but I can't do it that often because, girls in school, but I do try to spend time with y'all as much as I can. Moving forward. Okay, so Tower card, and he is on the crown. You're welcome. Usually I would have my stuff monetized and stuff like that, but YouTube acting funny. Or it could just be the haters that know that I'm the shit, but they just mad because the bitch still here. Anyway, so moving forward. Yeah, he kind of feels like these things are have not gone as planned, or pertaining to this particular situation. There were a lot, and this Temperance card right here, basically it's at the bottom of the deck. This is talking, for some reason, I keep feeling like the Temperance card talks about, I keep looking at like basically being like kind of like in a mosh pit and just like kind of feeling like there's a lot of like pushing or back and forth, or just either fighting or just trying to fight to get close. It just seems like it's a lot. Clearly you guys know that it's a lot that's kind of happening with this situation. And here's the thing, when we're dealing with new moon energy, again, I'm going to give you a visual of what this means. Okay, when we're going to concerts and different things like that, we're pulling in energy, especially with the new moon. Okay, and it's in Scorpio and the sun is in Scorpio, so it's kind of like doing this weird energy kind of thing that's going on. We're pulling in very intense energy. Okay, and like I said before, it's placing this situation to where it creates, okay, to where he's on stage and it creates a lot of power. But this power can get out of control because it's showing me this Knight of Swords, okay? Knight of Swords energy is very volatile, okay? So sometimes like when you're just, I mean, you could look at the stage, it has like a whole pyramid up on the stage and he's up on there. And it's like kind of like being like this magician in a sense, like being this magician, and you're able to control and move these people, you know what I'm saying? And keep in mind, this was on the Sabbath as well. So this is very deep. You know what I'm saying? Usually on the Sabbath, people should be resting, doing all that other stuff like that. But other people feel like they should be, making their money. And I just kind of feel like here's something that's interesting though. It's showing me the Seven of Pentacles in the root, which basically indicates to me that something. I kind of feel like it's showing me when I see Seven of Pentacles, it talks about plans, right? Now, I don't think that he initially planned for this to get as crazy as it did, but I do feel that there were individuals, okay, maybe within the crowd or maybe who were attempting to be in the crowd or do something. They were planning on either interjecting their energy into this, because I'm looking at um this I'm so tired. Forgive me. Ace of Swords. Sorry, brain fart. But anyway, this Ace of Swords. This is where this talks about this whole injection thing, okay? Someone was trying to do something to where I keep feeling like it was more so deliberate. I keep hearing something's being planned, or certain things were being planned to kind of create this chaos. I kind of feel like, again, I keep going back to the moon. I don't know why, but I keep looking at the moon itself, and it's a black moon, okay? You're pulling in a particular energy that's very heavy, okay? This is a very heavy energy. And I just keep feeling like it's a situation to where it's placing this Queen of Wands in a situation. So there's a mother that's upset. She's, yes, a lot of magic. She's very upset, and I keep on looking at like a younger baby. Basically, I keep looking at like younger children. So I keep on, they want some sort of resolution for this. So she's extremely upset over losing a child, basically not being able to bring their baby home. I don't think that, money will ever fix anything when it comes down to losing children or losing loved ones or anything like that. But it seems like they're wanting some sort of commemoration for them, or someone to take control or take responsibility. Here we have this Emperor card. So I keep feeling like there's going to possibly be executive orders or executive actions that are being taken moving forward when it comes down to concerts and different things like that. Um, yay! I'm so glad I made your night. I'm so glad that I'm here with you guys. But yeah, I keep feeling like there's going to be specific precautions, because I'm a little confused. What the fuck happened to social distancing and all them things like that? Like, what happened to that? So basically, when people making their money, right? Like they do the concerts and everything, and that's what I was a little confused about. I thought people were social distancing and the Rona out here, and everybody coughing, and everybody's scared of the Rona and all that other stuff like that. But then when the concerts pop off, like everybody partying. So I'm a little confused, government. What's going on? What you doing to make sure that the kids is safe? You know what I'm saying? Y'all got to create like a little cage box or something and put like, 10, 20 people in the cage box so they don't trample each other, or do something. Because I thought we were social distancing or something in here. But I guess when it come down to the bag, y'all really don't give a fuck. They're Illuminati. Don't come for me. Okay? I'm just stating facts. Anyway, moving on. So they want, again, I keep feeling like this is going to be a battle. I keep feeling like there's certain people that want specific precautions to be handled. They are wanting specific things to not only take care of, their own loss for their babies, but also to try to figure out how to prevent this, or try to keep these kids safe, so that it doesn't happen again. You know what I'm saying? So that there's some more control. If I don't understand that. I'm just kind of like using common sense, because I'm currently in school for business and stuff like that. But it's like common sense. Like, if you're in a situation to where that you're going to be encountering roughly, I don't know, 80,000 people or more, or whatever it is, you would think that basically they would do whatever they can to make sure that they have backup right there ready to go, that they have more control over the situation. Y'all already know what his concerts are like. Y'all already know these kids gonna act a ham ass fool, because I then seen the kids up in Paris acting crazy as soon as Travis came out. So people need to be a bit more prepared, you know, for the energy behind it. Now, I don't know who funded this concert or this tour or whoever is in charge, but they gonna come for you, bruh. I'm just letting you know. I don't know if it's MGM or ABC or CBS. I don't know who the hell that is, but they finna come and get that bag though. They definitely want that. So don't think that you're gonna be able to sleep on that. So I just kind of feel like the state is gonna start to get involved in order to figure out specific regulations or figure out specific aspects of numbers of how many people can be there in order to prevent this from happening again. I keep feeling like maybe there could be specific limitations that occur pertaining to this situation. So what I'm going to do, and I don't know why, I keep looking at this stage in my head. So I keep on thinking about like the whole mountain thing that looked like a pyramid, of course, and then like the fire, and then he had like this shirt on to where it had like kids, right? It had kids like, or humans basically walking through a door, and they turned into demons. So what I'm curious about is this. And I know sometimes things can be fashionable and fun and all the other stuff like that. But I'm just gonna scratch the aspect of the whole conspiracy theory thing and just try to figure out like, okay, like what's going on. It's heavy energy in general, but I want to know, is there like any type of, I guess you could say, demonic energy behind this? Like, that's a portal queen. Exactly. Maybe that's why I was more so focused on the moon, because with the moon, right, being in Scorpio, and then like the sun, it's already in Scorpio, but the moon being there, it's a lot of charged energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of heavy charged energy. And there was okay. Hold on one second. Let me just fool. Oh, yeah, buddy. That moon ain't playing. That moon is not playing. Because that moon card came out. Moon is in the... hold on. Moon is in the situation. Okay? So the moon card is in the situation. Here's his card. The moon card is in the situation. Okay? Usually whenever we see this moon card, again, we see this crab, right? The crab got to basically, you know, get to the damn sea. But it got an issue because it got the wolf on one side and all the wolves and the dogs and everything trying to eat the nigga. You understand what I'm saying? So it's showing me the Fool card. Again, I guess maybe he's just kind of walking around wondrously, kind of being a bit more careless, if that makes sense. Not necessarily watching his step, okay? Because we see down here, he's on a cliff. You're not watching your step, okay? It's a situation to where, again, Four of Pentacles, he's trying to hold on to a specific title or this grandiose of energy, and he felt like this time frame would be excellent to, you know, bring this energy in. But here's the High Priestess. I kind of feel, I don't know what's going on. What's up with the album cover? Describe that to me really quick if you want to. So High Priestess and the Eight of Wands, okay? This talks about communication and travel. Now, when you're dealing with this moon energy, I don't know what it is, but I keep hearing Mother Nature is having a straight conversation with this, pertaining to this particular situation. And when I look at the sea of people, when I see like a sea of people, it reminds me, whenever, before you guys go into any concerts or do anything like that, I need to make sure that you guys ground yourself in nature. People that are not connected or don't really connect to nature, and they're just kind of desensitized, because I keep feeling like there's something to where people are extremely, or were extremely desensitized or detached from basically getting in tuned, and it turns into a situation to where it doesn't end pretty. Maybe people don't believe that. Maybe people do. I don't know. But I kind of feel like this is like some sort of a message, like letting it be known, like you're kind of like on thin ice. You know what I'm saying? Dealing with the balances of the laws of nature. I don't know why I keep hearing that, but that's what I keep hearing. Again, for him, show me the magician card. I feel like everyone there needs to cleanse. Woo! Who are you telling? Again, this is about music, wanting his music to be successful, all that other stuff like that. He's wanting to work hard after this particular situation. But again, this creates a lot of conflict. She felt it in her spirit and got sick. I mean, honestly, when I heard of the news, I was a bit thrown back by it because I was just like, oh wow, 8 people died from a concert. Like, what the hell happened? But again, a lot of conflict, a lot of pushing, shoving, people falling. Look at that, different people falling, a lot of chaotic energy, going on. And it's like you go home, you know what I'm saying? And basically you're thinking you're gonna head on the road and keep doing what you're doing, but then there's a lot of sadness and tears and suffering from this particular situation. And I'm sorry, but I'm gonna say it. But there was like this one thing, this image to where somebody was just like, or someone was saying there that was at the concert, how they felt like it was a bit demonic. Like they felt like they were in hell or some shit like that. And I mean, I don't know. I mean, here's the thing. You're on a black cube and you're performing. You know what I'm saying? You are on a cube and you're performing. So is that a form of idolatry? You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to shit on nobody. You know what I'm saying? Do you? I love all musicians and things like that. But sometimes it makes me kind of like sit back and wonder, like, do we take things too far, as far as entertainment goes or idolizing people? And does it go too far where people get careless and reckless and just kind of irresponsible when it comes down to our neighbors or the people that we're around? Certain people are saying that it was a blood ritual, not my words, but definitely, yeah, he's tortured by this. He's not happy about this. This is giving him, like, for real, not allowing him to sleep well. It's really bothering him. I do feel that sometimes, or, even with his music and stuff like that, I feel like maybe, certain things are always so, because I keep looking at him and he's doing the music, and then it's like they take the music and they're doing whatever, I guess you could say hocus pocus behind the scenes. And he's like, oh, this is going to be dope. This is going to be, he likes the upside of things. He likes the success that certain things bring to him. But he doesn't understand that sometimes when you open specific portals, there's collateral damage to that type of power as well. Let me see. I'm just gonna read this really quick. I'm sorry. I just want to read some comments. Why should he sleep when he sold his soul? I ain't saying that, but somebody else is. To sacrifice to keep the deal going. Oh, I don't know, child. I don't know. He don't care. He only cared about losing money. Child. I feel like, I don't know. I do feel that he's concerned about his love life. Of course, naturally, if you're rich, you're always concerned about fucking money. You know what I'm saying? But primarily, it's about his family. It's about the families that he's hurt. You know what I mean? And it's about the fact that he does feel like shit. Like he feels like that's just what it is. He feels like shit. I feel like he sincerely has some remorse for the fact that this has caused so much pain and it's blown up to the magnitude that it has. And it's, like I said, it's a bit trying in this particular situation. I guess he's more so concerned about how this is going to affect him, financially, or even as a father and all this, it's like, it's kind of strange because it's like he's starting to kind of sit back and think a little bit more. You know what I'm saying? Again, you're right. It does affect him financially. Again, 5 of Pentacles. moving forward from this particular situation. But again, he will have opportunities to where he can try to figure out how to make amends for this particular situation in order to heal. Again, losing the opportunity to to make that money, but wanting to figure out how to kind of get more in tune. I kind of feel like with this Hierophant card, this often talks about like religion or kind of getting back to your roots, if that makes sense. And I kind of feel like if it's in the past that maybe he's gone astray with that particular situation, and maybe that's kind of a wake up call for him, really quick, to take a look and see what's really happening around him. Because sometimes when you're in that industry, you can kind of move so fast that you're not thinking about, you're not really thinking about the spiritual upliftment that you need in order to be the best person that you can be, but also be the best person you can be for other people. And I think that's where he needs to kind of get in tuned with that for himself. I really feel like he's concerned that there's some sort of news that's coming, that something, like I said, that someone, I don't know, someone with a lot of power, I don't know if this is like a chair executive or some sort of president or some sort of state representative, but the I don't know, it's some big dog that's getting involved with this particular situation that's supposed to be coming out in the news very soon. Okay, so keep on the lookout for that, and that's gonna kind of make him feel like shit, not gonna lie, because it just seems like certain people are just kind of taking this opportunity to kind of stab him in the back. That's kind of how he feels, pertaining to this situation. Again, it's like when plans kind of go left, he's trying to hold on to his possessions, and different things like that. And I just feel like, and like I said, with status, with all of those things, that's probably the main reason why he's probably concerned about losing, or probably if certain people are going to break up with him or leave him or whatever pertaining to this situation. I think that's the energy that I'm feeling. If you guys have any questions, y'all can ask me below really quick. So let me see. The frequency of his music is warfare to the soul. You made a very strong statement there, because we were just talking about the energy being in Scorpio, the sun being in Scorpio, and then the moon being in Scorpio, and it was a new moon. Okay, the new moon, especially with the new moon, the thing is that it, like I said, Scorpio is very intense. It's very sexual. It's very very heavy, very dark. It's very seductive. It's very violent at times. That's just Scorpio energy. You know what I'm saying? It deals with a lot of heavy energy. You know what I mean? So, these people don't make any mistakes as to when they're going to choose to have these concerts. There's no mistake behind it. You know what I mean? They look at these calendars, they figure out when's the best time to kind of put this out into the atmosphere. Maybe this will, create more sound for different people to kind of, you know, channel out into the airways and do things like that. But again, with that high priestess that I was showing you before, it's kind of like Mother Nature's kind of like bitch slapping people from the ether and saying, quit fucking with me. I don't know why I'm feeling that. I'm just like letting y'all know like the message that I'm getting, basically. Like, yeah, quit fucking with me. Like y'all keep pulling the energy. You guys keep wanting more, and not thinking about how this affects the earth, or not thinking about how this affects the people in the audience or their safety, or just certain situations pertaining to the carbon emissions and different things like that, and not considering the earth. And the earth is like, yeah, basically, you know I'm just telling you how she feel. It ain't nothing personal. um He's concerned that he might that he about to get pushed off a cliff. I feel like he wasn't expecting so many people to actually see the truth in what he did and to be called out. He wasn't ready. We have to understand how demonic how demonic the music industry is. Blood sacrifice is huge. Of course, most famous people stay famous. People don't know that before or excuse me, before songs or albums is released, that they have a secret room where they chant and cast spells. Well, that's where the magician card was coming in with the music and everything else like that. That's what we were, just talking about. And that's the reason why I kind of feel like the universe or, Mother Nature is just like kind of bitch slapping people down. Like, okay, y'all are taking this to a level that y'all ain't ready for. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it's kind of like with the whole Rolling Loud concert thing and how they collapsed that whole damn stadium. And luckily, and I don't know, I just kind of feel like Mama Nature ain't playing no more. Like Mama Nature, like, okay, y'all want to do this, then we about to have a fire. I don't know why. I thought at first when this whole situation with Travis Scott went down, I don't know why I saw fire, but it makes sense because we had this tower card come up a couple times with the pyramids and stuff like that. But I'm going to tell you something. If there's ever a concert that's going to be coming up, I don't know if it's for him or for another big artist, they need to be very careful with fire. I don't know why I thought there was something with fire going on, but that makes so much sense because people are just like, oh my God, people, were in hell and it felt like this and that and the third. But this next time, if it gets out of control and certain people are not respecting the boundaries of nature, it's going to get probably even more serious. So I don't know what people need to do to social distance or to keep specific things safe pertaining to, these events, because it seems like as soon as we talk about social distance, everybody got a social distance, but there's a concert. Fuck all the rules, you know what I'm saying? Fuck all that. That goes out the window. I want to find this one card really quick, and it's more of a heavier card, so forgive me. It's basically the devil card. I'm just going to pull that out because I want to see if that's what's going on with that energy. The tower card is pretty heavy in itself, but I just want to see if that's what they were doing because I know a lot of people, like I said, do a lot of speculation on that. And so I'm going to show you what it looks like. Okay. So as you can see, the devil's on top, and basically, again, it looks like somebody's submerged, and blanketed under kind of like stuck in this position. Even the kids said the concert was like hell, felt like sorry. Yeah, it's sad. Poor babies. And I don't understand, like, why didn't they, I don't know what could have been done to prevent that, but I just feel like maybe they should have had rows of security or trying to create barriers to stop people from pushing so much, or, probably minimize or stretch out when people can come or just stay for like 3 days or a few days and do that. I feel like this is a sacrifice. This is preparation for a dark winter for 2021 to 22. Honestly, isn't it kind of a bit warm for the winter right about now? I don't know. It's kind of eerily warm. Global warming real, my nigga? Anyway, let me see. Wow. Okay. So I'm going to tell you like this. This is interesting. Wow. Wow. Okay. So usually okay, I'm going to say it like this. Kylie, I believe she's an Aquarius, I believe. But given the fact that we were talking about relationships earlier, she was coming up as the Queen of Cups and he was the King of Cups, basically. So I don't know why this person is coming up. And look at that. This kind of looks like this person's holding a cup or an offering. I ain't saying too much. I ain't gonna speculate. I ain't gonna say nothing. I'm trying to live and survive, okay? But we gonna put this together real quick because again, performing devil card, what's going on, right? This is just about money. That's just what it is. This is a trade. That's what I keep hearing. This is a trade. Basically, certain people want to open up doors and take other opportunities. And do you remember when Kylie was kind of covered in blood and all the other stuff like that? I don't know why this, oh my God. Oh, anyway, sorry. Now I just feel disgusting because I don't want to overthink things. I'm not trying to assume nothing, but it just made me think like, why was she covered in blood and doing all this other stuff? One, two, coming for you and all this other stuff like that. And then here comes this concert that comes out of nowhere. So here's another thing too. The Two of Pentacles, okay? Basically juggling specific financial needs or financial situations because specific people are out of the limelight and clearly they crave attention. Ten of Pentacles and basically Eight of Cups. Like this is something that is just a quick grab. I don't know why I keep hearing like again about money. But it's like, okay, this particular situation occurred and happened, but now I keep hearing, but we have to get to work. So I don't know if certain people are trying to use their relationship in order to kind of propel their work level or work pertaining to either their relationships, like I said, like commitments. So marriage, this could talk about marriage, this could talk about expansion in family, different things like that, but also maybe trying to, oh, she's a Leo. Okay. So Leo moon, oh, moon in Scorpio. You don't fucking say. Well, that would make sense with the, what is this? With this Queen of Cups, because that's a water sign. So you don't say. Moon, so the moon was in Scorpio, okay? That's heavy energy. I ain't trying to assume nothing. I ain't trying to say too much. But girl, thank you for putting that out there. I thought she was an Aquarius, but let's see. But she's a Leo. My bad. Okay, the other sign. And rising in Capricorn. So rising in the devil. Oh, oop, or, I mean in a goat. I'm gonna just leave it like that. Okay. So I keep seeing the star card, Ace of Cups, and a contract, okay? Specific things being fulfilled because people want new contracts and want more money. So the question is, and then all of a sudden we're hearing that she was there and oh, they had no idea of the fatalities, but your nigga was on stage watching niggas pass out though. So what you talking about? Well, we ain't even gonna go there because I ain't got time to play with, goofy people and things like that. I just, again, the energy is very heavy because I keep feeling like certain people is showing me the Chariot card. Specific people are trying to either create deals for their own children, daughter, and even when I'm looking at this Queen of Swords, I keep feeling like there's somebody that's like working something behind the scenes and it gets out of control. For her, it's like any attention is good attention. Any attention creates the karmic juices flowing. Again, Wheel of Fortune, money. But here's the issue: the High Priestess. The High Priestess is not playing. Like there's certain rules to this game. And so she's watching carefully. And so the same way that basically people are using specific chaos magic, and I'm just going to call it what it is, specific chaos magic in order to, during performances and different things like that. You know, I don't know what this is about, but it's specifically saying like the Page of Pentacles having specific effects on wanting to create that for the future, for their own future, and also for, oh, okay, so they're trying to have a son. So they're conjuring energy. I'm sorry, I'm hearing like so much right now. I appreciate those that donate because this is like really coming through. So they're trying to create a son in order to perform is what I just heard. And trying to get that energy going so that way they can get that. I don't know why I keep hearing that, but wanting to get that energy going so that way they can kind of be the next performer, because I keep seeing these cards come up over and over again. And so I see the baby, the girl right here, the baby girl right here, and her success and lining up the kids to do all that other stuff, but they're working specific magic in order to conjure up a son. I don't know why that sounds crazy. Is that crazy? It's like messing with the laws. I don't know why I keep hearing that. Messing with the laws to get what you want. Okay. Maybe I know too much. And maybe that's why the motherfuckers were trying to say that I'm crazy and suicidal and all them other things, even though I'm not. Because I know too much. And maybe I just need to relax. I don't know if anybody has any questions. But that last one got really deep. And yeah. So it's one thing, like I said, to probably be on stage, you're doing your thing, and hey, certain people that you like to deal with get into some more heavier things because they know that they're on a higher level, and they're going to take advantage of that in order to promote whatever they have going on. Um, yeah. So it's interesting. Look at that Scorpio energy. And let's see. Yeah, the 5th. Okay. Yeah. Was held on on her birthday. Okay. Wow. Isn't that crazy with the Queen of Cups? There's a girl, child, bye. Honey. Lord, pray for all of us sinners. Listen, I still pray. I'm a praying woman. I might touch tarot cards and things like that because regardless of what that is, basically it's a Jewish situation to where it's still in the First Testament of the Bible, etc. But I do my best to put the Lord first. First and foremost, you know what I'm saying? Because there's certain things that I just don't, I feel like is ethically, I mean, for those of us that went to school and have, you know, concern for life and have concern for the well-being of people despite how much money they have, or despite what's going on in their socioeconomic status, you know, I just kind of feel like certain people see things differently. Does that make sense? Like when you have specific money and at a certain level of success, I feel like for Travis, he can still kind of connect with regular folk people, but certain people, they just see certain things as chattel. Does that make sense? Like certain individuals, I'm not saying no names, you know what I'm saying? But certain people see certain things as chattel. And when I say chattel, I mean like basically those of us that are not on that millionaire billionaire status are disposable. Okay? I ain't gonna say no names, but I'm thinking of a Caucasian woman. I ain't gonna say if she old or young. Um, but yeah, certain people see things a specific way, and it's not the same way that Travis might see things. But again, when you're dealing with people like that, you know, you're putting in you're getting into some heavier energy, and I think that's where he feels a bit conflicted. I don't know why, I just kind of feel like he's a bit conflicted. It's like something's like really hitting him heavy and making him question, is this right? You know what I'm saying? Is this okay? Like, is this right? And maybe he's bottling all that up because he cares about his relationship and wants certain things to go, you know, his way or go in his vision. But there's something in him that's making him really question what's happening. Travis assumed the people will be turned up. Travis didn't think this will get crazy. Travis is pissed and feels like they will mess up his cash flow at Queen. Indeed. Yes. So honestly, oh, that's one more thing that I wanted to do. So I'm going to use these cards really quick because I want to focus on the victims or the people. What do they have to say? What's going on with that? What do they have to say? How do they feel about all of this? Basically. Whew. And I have to take a deep breath because now I'm allowing like basically the spirit to kind of like come through. So okay. Well, funny enough, I'm going to say this. The one thing that I do like about this, okay. I'm going to show you really quick. So again, this is community card. I keep hearing say, certain people say, at least we weren't alone. So that's, I don't know, that sounds somewhat bittersweet, if that makes sense. Because I see like a woman and a guy here, you know, different people that this is affected, but they're not alone, okay? And they really, again, magician in the mirror, they still love him. They still love him. I don't know, like that they still love him because they're showing me the magician in the mirror, which often talks about like a performer, and often again Archangel Ariel talks about music and creativity and celebration. That's what they're more so focused on and what they want to remember. The world card is in the situation. Of course, they don't want they wish that they could still be here and still be a part of the world, if that makes sense. That's what's, the problem. They weren't expecting this to happen, if that makes sense. It's not something that people are expecting to happen, to be disconnected from the physical world. Okay, that's in the situation. They want to go home. They were thinking that they were going to go home again, like, but this is a journey. And but they are protected, though. Those that were affected by this, is showing me Archangel Michael was in the building, which I love. Every time I see Archangel Michael in the building, that means that basically he's fighting those demons in order to protect those that need the help. And Archangel Uriel is putting the energy out here in order to make sure that they are in their highest vibration in order to raise them up from that situation. It's talking about Angel of Balance, okay? So this is talking about some aspects of, again, looking at things from a karmic perspective, but also taking them into a space of I keep hearing like either of judgment or of taking them into a space of balance to where they can move forward. Because again, it's strategy card. So this is talking about writing down deeds. I don't know what that's about, but it's like looking at these 8 people and looking at their situation and what happened to them. But it's like writing it down. And I don't know why I keep seeing like they are karmically tying it to other people's lives, or basically, I don't want to say Travis or maybe his family, but tying it to certain people's lives and how that's going to affect them in the future. I hate to say that, but that's just a message from Archangel Gabriel. I ain't going to sugarcoat nothing. I'm just going to say what they telling me. And it's going to take some time for them. Again, it's like indecision. It takes some time for them to figure out whether if they want to come back to Earth or not, if they really want to try this again, if they want to go through this journey again. But they're given an option to kind of like, just basically come into the space of being at peace or wanting to come back to Earth if that's the case. So again, it's showing me the patience card. This takes some time to heal. And the goddess of the moon is basically saying, basically she's going to put certain people into a life cycle again. It just depends on what people did, back into a life cycle, or there's going to be certain people that are going to allow themselves to rest. And show me the victory card. The victory card, okay? So one way or another, I kind of feel like it's good energy behind this, even though, again, all tied up, it's kind of like not really feeling like you had a choice, if that makes sense. Primarily regarding the situation or revolving around the situation and not being able to move. As you can see, it's a lot of constraint. So with that being said, people can't breathe. Again, look at the chest, kind of feeling bound. But the angels keep saying that they're coming in to protect them. I don't know why I keep feeling that. So I don't know. I don't want everybody to just think that this dark force or these dark energies win, if that makes sense. Sometimes tragedies and different things happen, but there are angels there that are ready to basically say, listen, they can't harm you, they can't touch you, they can't hurt you anymore. Okay, they can't do any of those things to you anymore. We're going to take you home. So I hope that that brings some light, you know what I'm saying, some positive light to the situation, because again, with Archangel Michael and Archangel Gabriel, they're definitely there. Those two together are basically letting the message be known that, like, yeah, we're here at all times. Even when things get crazy and demonic and all of those things like that, we are here and we are watching. So they're keeping track. I don't know why I need to say that, but that's just what's being said. We are keeping track. Whoever that's being broadcasted to or spoken to, you know who the hell you are. Y'all know what y'all are doing. But these people, you're not going to allow them to suffer anymore. So keep that in mind, y'all. Put God first, man. Pray up. Make sure y'all safe. You know what I'm saying? Look after y'all kids, social distance, make sure that the energy's good before you go into chaotic energy, because when you're in chaos energy, you know, that's when people act crazy and do all types of nonsense. But keep the energy up and pray over y'all children and y'all family, and pray for the loved ones that have been lost during this tragedy, and hope that there can be a more positive light behind this. And I hope I can end this on a better note. So thank you all for tuning in. Mwah. I will see you soon. Bye.